Got a video blog for you guys, and I don't know what was in the water last night, but when I was going through these emails, I went through about 24 emails. I counted 5, 6, 7, 10, 12, 13 of the 24 emails last night all had to do with the same thing. So this is going to be delivered to all 13 of you guys that wrote in about ectomorphs. You're an ectomorph, you're a hard gainer, right? How do you put on size? How do you put on muscle? What is our workout for an ectomorph? What is our diet for an ectomorph to put on that size? And I understand your confusion, guys. It makes total sense to me. Because the majority of the clientele, the people that are writing in, are writing on a two-pronged transformation. One, they want to lose body fat, decrease the body size, right? While putting on lean mass, muscle size. So they want that pendulum, the body weight not to change all that much, but to shift the proportionality between body fat to body mass. And I've been giving you, if you go back and you look at the video blog about how many calories to eat and everything else, that is tailored to that kind of principle. We're trying to lose fat, build on that lean mass. And ectomorph, those principles go out the window. With every good thing, there's a bad thing. The good thing about ectomorph, it's very hard for you guys to ever put on any kind of body fat. Your body's like a furnace in a way. And it's in the middle of winter, and every single damn door in the house is open, right? So the cold air is coming in. So that furnace is just cranking, 24/7, cranking. That's your metabolism, just jacked up high, man. And it's burning calories like out its ass. Most people would sit there and, you know, burn a couple calories. An ectomorph is burning like the guys on a treadmill. So that's a good thing about an ectomorph, right? Because it's very hard for them to gain fat. So they're very lean. And the guys, the ectomorphs that break that barrier and actually can put on size are some of the guys I know, are some of the most aesthetically appealing looking guys. You guys have that ability, ectomorphs do. Because they're always lean, they're always cut. So when they put on that size, like a fucking anatomy chart, man, they're the best of both worlds. But in order to get that gift of size as an ectomorph, because you already have the gift given to you on being lean and a low body fat, in order to have the other side of the spectrum too, that mass, what I've been telling you guys and these other things are good, but you guys have to step out another notch. And we're going to go into it. We're going to go into that. What types of workouts, because that's going to change, guys, too, as well as the amount of calories. I'm sorry for the setup here. I had to film an audition, so I had to knock that out real fast, and now I'm getting to this, and I just figured why not use the same lighting. But it's kind of strong. My eyes or whatever. Okay, so let's get into the workout first. The workout portion of an ectomorph is dramatically different, meaning you guys don't have the strength to push the volume, right? But the asset you do have is the intensity. Your intensity has got to be, bar none, harder than anyone else's in there. You've got to give it your all. And I'm talking about come out there just done. You left it all in the gym. That has got to be on a consistent basis of every single workout if you want to grow. The odds are against you guys, ectomorphs. The odds are against you that you can ever put on size. And you guys have tried, I'm sure, and everything else. Maybe you tried the wrong way. But the odds, you're going down a losing trail. Thousands and thousands have gone down that trail and faltered and fallen by the wayside. That should motivate your ass to be the one that's different, the one that overcomes the odds. I love it in competition when the odds are against me, because I got nothing to lose then, everything to gain. If you're supposed to win it, well, now you got something to lose. You're supposed to win. But if you're not supposed to win and the odds are against you, give me that challenge every fucking day. That's the one I get really pepped up for and motivated for. That's the fight you guys are in. So when you go into the gym, you cannot push the volume that some of the mesomorphs and endomorphs can. The ectomorph, you've got the intensity, and you've got to use that tool to your advantage. You've got to sharpen that motherfucker in your tool shed and come out ready to swing with it. Intensity's got to be there, right? Your rep count is going to be very low, 6 to 10 reps per set. And what does that mean? You're going as heavy as possible. So what does that mean now? Well, you must have a fucking partner, guys. If you're an ectomorph, you cannot push the volume of weight to failure on every single set that you're going to need to put that bearing on your muscles to force them to grow without a partner. If you go in there by yourself, guys, even if you pin load the stuff and do drop sets, that's all great, man. But you've got to put tremendous amount, exceeding what you currently can, on that bar in your hands to really force those muscles to wake the fuck up and start growing for you, because that's what you want. So, intensity at its pinnacle, it's got to be at its peak. Your rep counts, 6 to 8 with heavy reps. Must have a partner pushing you past failure on every single set, guys. Your rest time in between also changes. We're talking 2 to 3 minutes rest time in between each set of the exercise. And then another 3 to 5 minutes rest in between your exercises. The rest is not also in the gym, it's also outside of the gym. Your frequency of going to the gym is limited. You're not going as often as a meso or an endomorph. Ektomorphs, 3-4 days a week, that's it. That's maximum. You hit your entire body in those 3 to 4 days. The rest of the days, you're resting. You do not grow, guys, in the gym. You tear it up in the gym. So when you come out of the gym with the proper nutrition and rest, we rebuild the tearing process into a stronger structure. If you are ectomorphs, going to the gym all the time with that high crazy metabolism, not getting enough calories in, and going to the gym over and over again, you're like having triple furnaces, warming up every house. You never grow, guys. Increase the weight, lower the reps, maximum intensity, must have a partner. 2-3 minutes rest in between every set, guys. And then 3 to 5 minutes rest in between every exercise. That workout every week, 3 to 4 days. So now you got to change your workout up, guys, so you can encompass the entire body once per week. So you have 3 to 4 days that you're going to have the split to work the entire body once. The workouts you're doing, guys, are not isolated movements anymore. They're complex multi-muscle movements. You're not doing the leg extensions. You're doing squats. You're doing chest presses. Those deadlifts for legs and back. That's the big muscle movements, the big lifts. That's what's going to put on the most bearing and strain on the muscles and give you the most growth and most strain on the muscles so that they do grow. If you guys are going there and doing concentration curls and stuff, you're just burning calories that aren't putting on the muscle. That's shaping it up. That's a good shredder, right? To give you all the striations and stuff in the muscle. But you're already lean, guys. So you have the benefit of not really having to do that. Later in life, once you put on the size, then you can start changing your diet and your workouts up to tailor any weak point training, to give extra development, extra love somewhere you want in your body. Aesthetically, looking in the mirror, seeing where you're off and where you're not. But don't worry about all the supersets and drop sets and all the fine tuning, because what the fine tuning is striating some muscle, gives you all cut factors, which you guys already have. You guys are trying to put on the mass. Multi-level muscle movements, and big lifts, guys. 6 to 8 reps per set. 2 to 3 minutes in between set, maybe 4 sets. Going to the next exercise, 3 to 5 minutes between exercises. Going into it, you're doing it 3 to 4 times a week. That's it. Your cardio, forget about it, man. Forget about your cardio. Your cardio is in your workout. Do not do additional cardio, guys. The only type of cardio if you want to do is a muscle building cardio. It's a 15-minute, high-pace intensity, balls to the wall, 15 minutes to give you the endurance of the muscle. So that so when you do hit those 6 to 8 reps, it's the fibers failing, not the muscles. But on a low count, 6 to 8 reps, you're not going to have that problem to begin with. So don't even worry about cardio, guys. Now let's get to the diet portion. The diet portion is crucial, guys. You must eat big to get big. And you guys that are ectomorphs have got to be more focused on your diet than your workout, guys. I'm talking about eating enough calories. In that one chart I did, you take your body weight times 11, right? And then you also multiply that number times your metabolic rate. Well, we already know your metabolic rate's off the charts because you're an ectomorph. Your metabolism's crazy high. You add that value plus your body weight times 11 to give you your daily static calories needed to maintain where you are. And if you want to put on weight, you add another 500 calories. This is for the mesos and endos, guys. This is again that lean mass. You don't have that problem again. That's your gift. Your demise is that you can't put on size. So the whole new equation now for calorie intake for an ectomorph, 20 to 25% of your body weight. So if you're 200 pounds, times 20 or 25 is going to be your calories. We're talking over 3,000 calories a day, guys. Now all of this is dependent on your size and your height and everything else, but you guys do that math. But on a general rule, whatever your weight is, times it by 22. That's your calories you need to start out, okay? To start out. Those calories are coming in 8 meals a day, not 5 or 6, 8 meals a day. And those 8 meals are divided between 2.5 to 3 hours a day. You've got to be a scientist, guys. You've got to be so dedicated on the practices of eating. Even when you're not hungry, you must continue to put food in your stomach. When you go to sleep at nighttime, before you go to sleep, slam an RTD, a meal replacement shake. Put more shit in your body. You do not want your body turning on itself for energy. And that's what they do. That's a beautiful thing about an ectomorph, is that you guys are so lean, no body fat. Your body's always, attacking itself. You've got to throw so much in there So much that you guys are gaining 1 pound per week. That's the level of calories you need a day to maintain at least 1 pound of size change, body weight per week. Don't worry about fat, guys. It won't be fat. Trust me. Weigh yourself in the morning, every single morning. Start writing it down, Also with the calories per day. You guys don't have to start counting calories, guys. Whatever your calories, if you do that 20, your weight times 22, right? And then that number, let's say, is 3,500 calories. I don't know, right? That's what you go with that day for the entire week. And weigh yourself every single morning. If you are not gaining 1 pound, if you weigh yourself every Sunday morning, if you're not a pound heavier every single Sunday, then you have to add another 500 calories, add another 500 calories, and keep on adding, guys. The types of foods you're eating, though, within those calories, guys, remember, the calories are broken down into a byproduct of your carbohydrates, your fats, and your proteins. On a normal person's diet, that having 2,000 to 2,500 calories per day, those ratios, right, is about 40% carbs, 40% proteins, and about 20% fats, right? That's a normal breakdown. Not for an ectomorph. For an ectomorph, 50% of your caloric intake are coming in the count of carbohydrates. And 25% proteins, 25% fats. Now, because you are an ectomorph, I'm saying it doesn't really matter what you eat, you're going to say, oh, well, simple carbohydrates are good. I would stay away from them, guys. Just still stay away from them. The only time you're going to have simple carbohydrates is before and after your workout. Because that's your immediate release, liquid style, dextrose, and your shakes and stuff to really give your muscle the strength back, immediately. The rest of the day, complex carbohydrates. Your wheat breads and stuff, your brown rice, those kinds of things, your vegetables, all those things, the complex carbohydrates. 50% of your calories are complex carbohydrates. 25% proteins, 25% fats. So you're looking at about like 2 to 2.5 grams of carbs per pound per day for an ectomorph, if you want to grow, guys. Hopefully that helps, guys. If you don't eat it right and eat big, you'll never be big. And I said in another blog, some people like, God, I can't imagine ever being like a big bodybuilder, right? And then they watch them eat and stuff. It's like, wow, how could I ever eat that much? And if I can't eat that much, then how could you ever perceive that you could be that big? With working out, it's so perishable, and there's so much knowledge in the gym, guys. But again, all of that knowledge tears you down and breaks you down. It's not until you come out of the gym and you rest and you properly eat with nutrition and food to rebuild the repairing is when you're going to put on size. For an ectomorph, the meal and the food and the nutrition and the calories are more imperative than anything else. One of those 4 factors of life I was telling you about, where it's your nutrition and your diet, your cardio, your anaerobic lifting program, and then your sleep. The most important one of those 4, they all hold quarter weight, right? In the ideal situation, not for an ectomorph. Your diet, nutrition, your caloric intake is your #1 priority. Your second priority is your intensity in the gym. Your third priority is a rest. Rest between sets, rest between exercises, and rest between workouts. You must be getting 8 hours of sleep a night, guys. I know that what's ideal and what's reality are 2 different genres usually, but you must put the work in and fight to make sure your calories are closest to the ideal form, not the reality. That your rest at nighttime when you're sleeping is closer to the ideal and not the reality. And then your workouts, that's when you're a core, guys. Get a partner. Say, hey, I'm not going to judge it today, I'm not going to judge it next week. I'm going to take my notes every single week, make sure I'm on the right path, but I'm not going to judge what the mirror says back to me for 6 months. Stay true to the course, guys. Multi-level muscle movements. Low count, heavy weight, 6 to 8 reps, 2 to 3 minutes in between every set, 3 to 5 minutes between every exercise, 3 times to 4 times a week you're working out. No more cardio, guys. Your diet. Whatever your weight is, times 22 is your calories needed. 50% of those calories are carbohydrates. And again, your carbohydrates, when I say 2 to 2.5 grams of carbs per pound per day for your body, that's going to give you a number. Times that by 4, because every carbohydrate gram is 4 calories. Every fat's 9, and every protein's 4 also. To get you that calorie number of 50% carbs, 25% protein, 25% fat for your entire daily caloric intake. That's how an ectomorph gets big. And once you guys get there, guys, you are going to love it. You are the most aesthetically appealing figure out there. You're the Michelangelo David, modern day, You're fucking, you got the size, you're ripped, you're cut, you're always lean, you know, life's good. But in order to get there, guys, you gotta pay your dues, man. You gotta pay that sweat equity of life. Keep your eyes on the horizon, not on the daily ups and downs and pain and the ritual of like, oh, just killing yourself. Keep your motivation where it belongs, where it's gonna be, crossing that finish line. Don't get overwhelmed with the speed bumps of the daily activities. Greg Plitt, help me stay fit, man. Thanks for watching.